Hey, good afternoon. I wanted to share with you about Olivia. She is going to be 9 years old on Wednesday, and that is just completely mind baffling to me that Mike and I have a 9-year-old. That is just so crazy. And you know what? When those little old ladies come to you in the store, or even like women like that have older children and they tell you to stop and enjoy every moment, listen to them because it's so true. It's so true. I cannot believe that she's going to be 9 years old. She's been such a blessing to us. She is our oldest. And she's so great. I love her so much. She is smart. She is funny. She is so funny, so creative. She just is so wonderful. And let me tell you a little bit about when she was born. So she was born on the 26th of April, 9 years ago. And she was, my first baby to term. I had lost a baby previously. And so I didn't know what contractions felt like, what going to labor feels like. And I have 3 living children now. And Mike and I have had 5 pregnancies. And I still cannot tell you what labor feels like. I have no idea. Like, I know that it hurts. It hurts really bad. But like, I don't know. So I always thought that I was going into labor with Olivia. I had, Braxton Hicks a lot. And so I always thought I was going to go into labor. I thought, oh, this is it. We need to go. So we have gone to the hospital like several times. And they're like, no, ma'am, you're not in labor. And so they would send me home. And the day that I was in labor, I had gone into natural labor, and my husband and a family member were like, you're in labor. And I'm like, no, I don't think so. I was like, I don't want to go. They're just going to send me home. And I was in labor. So I'm sitting in like the lobby area of the labor and delivery floor, and there were so many babies being born, like that whole week, that whole like day, that there weren't any beds. And even to this day, if I don't go to the store like the month ahead of April, if I don't go in March to get that birthday candle, that numbered birthday candle, I can't find any. Like, maybe it'll be different because now we live in a different city, but there were no beds available. So I'm like sitting in the lobby, and I'm telling like a family member, I'm like crying. She's like, "What? Are you in pain?" I was like, "Yeah, but they're just gonna send me back home again. I'm not in labor, and I just feel like an idiot." And she's like, "I think you are in labor, and you don't know. I mean, like, it's your first." And so it turns out I was pregnant. I mean, not pregnant. I was like in labor, and so I got the epidural. Y'all, it only worked like half of my body. And being like the first time, like getting all the way to like full term, she was a little early, but like full term, I didn't know what was happening. I mean, I didn't know what was happening. I am talking excruciating pain. Like, y'all know. It is terrible. So half of the epidural didn't work, and I'm like log rolling in the bed. Okay, I am like screaming. There is like no calming me down. At one point, I guess the nurse had to get into my face and tell me to calm down. It was terrible. So the next thing I know, they're like giving me all these drugs, and then I'm like a zombie. It was so terrible. But then, the moment that she came out, it was like, I was like, oh my gosh. But she was like, I guess they said that she was stunned. And so she kind of wasn't breathing. And they finally got her to like, cry and everything. And so I was like really nervous about that. And the doctors, the nurses, they have to like suction them all out and everything. Well, she had her lips like this. Like she was not going to open her lips, and they were laughing, and I'm like, what's so funny? that like she was like not going to open her mouth. She was not going to let them put that suction thing in her mouth. But they finally did, and everything was fine. And then the next thing I know, I put my hand in my nurse's pocket. And I said, "You're so nice," or something to that effect. And then I passed out. Apparently, I was hemorrhaging. So I lost a lot of blood. And it was just crazy pants. It was crazy pants. But then they got me all taken care of and everything was great. And it was like the best experience of my life. I mean, when she finally got there, I was like, oh my gosh. Anna's watching The Color Crew. So, I just couldn't believe it when they put her in my arms, that God would bless Mike and I with this baby that is like the most perfect thing ever. It was like a miracle. It was so wonderful. And I remember before I had her, like, I was like, please don't take any pictures of me when I'm in labor. Don't take any pictures of me after I have the baby. Like, women look their worst. Please don't do that. They convinced me to let them, take my picture, Mike and I's picture with the baby. And I'm so happy I did. It was like it's like one of my most favorite pictures. I looked exhausted. My hair was messed, much like I do now. But it showed such a remarkable moment of what it's like to bring life into the world, and I'm so grateful that God has given us the blessing in order to do that. What else I want to tell you? So, I had Anna at that same hospital, and a nurse, Anna and Olivia, let's see, Anna is just turned 3 in December, and Olivia is turning 9 April. That nurse remembered me. Like, she remembered the how crazy I was. Oh my God. She's like, hey, remember me? I remember when Olivia was born. And y'all, that's a long time to remember somebody, especially if I mean, like I said, there were so many babies born that day, that week. And she still remembered me 6 years later? Are you kidding me? And I knew, okay, check this out. Comment down below. Let me know if you felt this way. I mean, it was an eventful labor and delivery. I will tell you that. And like, yeah, okay. So, it was so bad. Okay? My experience was so crazy that I knew right after she was born that I had to have another baby because I felt like I could do labor better. No, I'm going to wait a while before I do that craziness again. No, it was so crazy and so bad that I was like, I think I can do this better. I got to do this again. What? And I did. Not shortly, not very long afterwards with Miss Gianna. But yes, that's it. And I'm so happy I have her. And I'm so happy that the Lord reminds me to be patient with her, because she is so much like me, and she's so much, like, she's got so much drama that she's got to get worked out of her system, and she's got so much love, and she feels all the feelings, and she is so... I love her so much, and I'm so grateful that God chose Mike and I to be her parents. All right, that's my story about Olivia. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.